SportsNola.com, best sports site on the web, where you'll find a plethora of information on everything sports in New Orleans and Louisiana. You can read about my piece on Tulane and Tulsa and how it was more of the same for both teams. Small had a role in that. LSU number 3 in both polls after their blowout win over Northwestern State. Our NFL hometown heroes shining the light on the guys who played well in the league this past weekend with ties to New Orleans and LSU and beyond. And then, of course, complete coverage of Week 2 in Louisiana high school football. And by the way, if you're really desperate, you can read Walsh's Saints coverage too at SportsNola.com. Speaking of LSU and Tulane, both had interesting weekends this past weekend. LSU, as expected, with a blowout win over Northwestern State, 49-3. Brian, this was not unexpected. LSU got through it injury-free. They got to play people. They looked good in the process, and that gets them ready for a short week playing Mississippi State on a Thursday night.
Plus, you got a chance to see Zach Bettenberger, which I'm sure like a lot of Tiger fans were interested in seeing. You know what was impressive about that win was that they took care of business. You know, they've kind of wrestled with some lesser foes in the past, but they got rid of this foe and they get ready for Mississippi State on Thursday night. Okay, Brian, obviously LSU's good, but the guy sitting next to you, he doesn't think they were that good a few years back when in Memphis his Missouri team took care of LSU. Of course, that was so many years ago that would never happen now.
More than a few years back. No, but actually
pretty good.
No, well, we were pretty good, and we played against an LSU club that was also good that in the Liberty Bowl in Memphis, and Hokie Gajan was on that club.
There you go.
So I played against Hokie before.
Well, that dates you.
And you have not let him forget about that either, right? Amazing. Torrance, no Jordan Jefferson. That's an ongoing situation. Don't know when he'll play. Jared Lee's done exactly what they want him to do, running this team.
I think Jared Lee's come in and did a great job. He's been doing a great job. He's managing the game. He's not messing up. They have a great defense. Let the defense do what they do. And he's sorry about that, but he's been just managing the game very well, which has been great for him. Tulane
loses to Tulsa 31-3, and it's all your fault. Tell us why.
Well, I'm 2 for 2.
Okay.
Zach, I'm 2 for 2. I had the opportunity to speak for Tulsa and Tennessee Titans at the chapel. And when I spoke to these guys, gave them my blessing, and they went out and won the game. So it is great. It is great if you use me before the game, Saints. It will be great for you.
What's that cell number?
The Saints need to hear that message. He's filled with the Holy Spirit. He took care of business. You got the Holy Spirit on his side, brother. You're not going to lose. It's that simple. He's Torrance Small. Come on, Saints, get with the program. Brad, I know you pull for Tulane. You're a New Orleanian through and through. It's known for academics, but obviously in football they just haven't been able to make that next step.
No, it's tough, and I feel for Bob, Coach Toledo. It's you know, I like him. He's just got his hands so full over there. He's got young talent. It's just, you know, I think we all want to see Tulane do well, but it's just such a challenge in that division. And I wish, you know, all I can say is I wish them all the best.
Ryan, every time they have a chance to take a step forward, they take 2 steps back, it seems.
The magic number is 6. They have 1 win. They need to get to 7. They play 3 in the road, if I'm correct, right? UAB coming up,
yes.
Kenny? So they need to start taking care of business. You know, they can't afford to go on these 2-3 game losing streaks like they've done under Bob.
Each and every week we will turn our focus on prep sports as well, and prep football in particular, which we cover extensively at SportsNola.com. Let's take a look at our SportsNola.com New Orleans Quarterback Club Prep Player of the Week. He is an unusual choice, a kicker, no less. Michael McCarthy, a senior at Brother Martin High School, who kicked a school record 5 field goals in as many attempts, I might add, from 36, 40, 28, 28, and 35 yards, 3 for 3 on extra points, kicked 4 touchbacks. He punted for 38 yards, and he kept St. Augustine pinned back all game long. They averaged, starting at their own 17-yard line, at Brother Martin's 36-22 win over St. Augustine. Congratulations to our SportsNola.com, SportsNola TV Prep Player of the Week, Michael McCarthy. Pretty good.
Wow.
I like it too.
That's big time.
Well, guys, each and every week we've got a great segment here. Marvin LeBlanc's Marvelous Performance Systems Leadership Moment is part of our show each and every week. And Marvin LeBlanc is a sales and leadership trainer. He helped and trained small business owners to run a better business, to sell more, and to rediscover the joy of business. Each week, Marvin will share a leadership minute to help you achieve success in business and in life. Marvin, it's great to have you with us.
Great to see you guys. Kenny, welcome.
Well, obviously, Marvin, tell us a little bit about what you do and why you do it, and why it's so important in the lives of everyone else.
You know, I'm excited to be here today right now because today's segment is the talent myth. The talent myth is such that we don't want to just see New Orleans Saints win. We want your team to win as well. The world is full of talented leaders that basically, lots of times, are not nearly as effective. So what we want to do today is focus on 5 keys, 5 things that you can throw into your playbook in your organization, in your group. Key number 1, do we have respect for one another? It sounds really basic, but if you look at the Saints, the reason the Saints won that Super Bowl is not, Kenny, as you know, just because of talent. They had a lot of other great things going on in that locker room. Number 2, put in the extra hours. I'd like to refer the audience to Malcolm Gladwell's book called Outliers. This book will help you understand why putting in those extra hours is so crucial. It's actually the difference between being good and being great. Number 3, are we putting the goals of the team ahead of our own personal goals? We live in a world that spent a lot of time on me, me, me. But how about let's look at the focus on collaboration, the focus on team goals. And going to number 4 there, Brad. Number 4 is resisting the temptation to make excuses when things aren't going your way. If you remember that 2009 season, we had 3 losses right there towards the end, but they didn't make excuses, our beloved Saints. They built their poise, they built their confidence, they stayed together, and as you know, the rest of the story was victory. And our last point is to resist the temptation to blame others. We have to look at the fact that we need to take ownership. Look inside your own organization. How can you as an individual take ownership in that organization? I'm Marvin LeBlanc, the founder and Chief Performance Officer of Marvelous Performance System. I would love to have an opportunity to work with your group so that you can build your own success. Thank you so much, Kenny.
Marvin, thank you. I'm inspired. I'm ready to run through a brick wall. I don't know about you guys. Got me going.
Let's get a hot tub, baby. Go
It's all
Saints.
gone. Way to go, Marvin.
I still blame Brad, though, for any mistake we made today.
Absolutely. No question. We got our priorities straight. Thank you, Marvin. We deeply appreciate it. And you can look for Marvin each and every week here at Sports Nola TV. Okay, the Saints and the Bears. Boy, I'm telling you, a lot of people that are Saints fans are so happy that the Bears are coming to the Superdome finally after the last 2 games that the Saints have had to endure in Chicago. Whether it's been harassment, whether it's been bad weather, regardless, they haven't been pleasant experiences. Okay, Torrance, Saints and the Bears. Bears are 1-0 after beating the Falcons. Saints are 0-1. What are we looking for in this game?
Well, I'm looking for Chicago to come in and play defense. That's how they beat Atlanta, with defense, and defense win ball games. And they're very solid on offense. Jay Cutler got that playoff experience behind him right now, it seems like, and these guys are running on all cylinders right now. Even special teams, they was able to get a return in special teams. So in order for us to win this game, we're going to have to come out and we're going to play. Offense have to do the same. Special teams going to have to do the same, but I think we're going to have to pick it up a little bit more on defense.
Brad, the Saints win this game at home?
Oh, they can win this game at home, yeah, and I would expect coming back here, they're anxious to put a W on the scoreboard. But I think this is a great opportunity for our Saints fans because there's been so much conflict with the fans of the raw Midwestern city of Chicago, especially when we went up there. This is a great chance for our fans not only to show our enthusiasm, but to show our class when they come down here, and I wouldn't expect anything more from our fans. We have some of the best fans in the United States, the best NFL fans in the country, and I think it'll be a good show for us.
Brian, about 45 seconds. Matt Forte comes home. Jay Cutler's pretty good.
Absolutely. I would think, though, that with the radar detection or the at the Superdome, that they will not let any Bears fans in with snowballs laced with batteries. So keep those snowballs and batteries in Chicago, all right? No, but Matt Forte and Jay Cutler. And
Devin Hester, the whole bunch.
Yeah, the whole thing. I mean, you know what? They're guys that they've got to contend with, and they need a W. They need a W at home.
Heck of a game. Should be a fun one to watch in the NFC. Can't go to 0-2. We'll be there. Looking forward to it. Gentlemen, it's been a pleasure.
Pleasure's ours.
All right, look forward to doing it next week. Look forward to having you with us as well. Now, this is Ken Trahan saying thanks for joining us, and God bless you one and all. Join us next week for more on Sports Nola TV.